Members of First Nations from the United States of America attended the Hornbill Festival in Coima and performed to revelers. The American Native Pride dancers based in Jacksonville in Florida performed locally and regionally, nationally and internationally. Hornbill TV interacted with two of the members who performed at the festival in Kisama village on December 9th. During the interaction with Hornbill TV, the performers and the American performers spoke about their experiences in Nagaland, the Naga cultures, food and the experience of the festival. They are expected to be in Nagaland for a while.
What? सुंदर सीधा हमारे तो बच्चा सब इंडियन थे सब इंडियन म्यूजिक और डांस सब इंडियन कंदरा
Right now, Hornbill TV is here to speak to the Native American Pride dancers who just performed at the music festival on the 9th of December of the Hornbill Festival. And it is honored to have both of you here with us. We watch you perform very beautifully, and Hornbill TV is delighted to have you in our interview. Really delighted. So you reached just some days ago, and how is it like reaching Nagaland?
I think that everybody's niceness has made it such an easy transition, and I really appreciate it. So.
All right. How about the weather? Is it the same right now, or?
It's a little bit colder than it is back home, but not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yes,
all right. And how about you?
Which part?
Okay. How is it like reaching Nagaland?
Oh, it's been really nice. I've really enjoyed seeing the landscape, and the people that we've met. They've been so kind, and so that's made it a lot more awesome.
Amazing to know that. And one thing the viewers should know before we further go on to the interview is that she's her mother, and basically so she becomes her daughter. So actually this was something that was very, I think it fascinated the crowds as well, because both the mom and the daughter looked like they were of the same age. So yeah, could you tell us what the performance was about, which we will be showing the viewers as well?
Okay. So the style of dance that I did was a Blackfoot style. So a long time ago, women weren't allowed to go to war, but with a Blackfoot woman, they were allowed to go to war. So my style of dance is our warrior dance in how we would go into battle, and so that's what my dance means.
So, on reaching Kisama, the Hornbill Festival, have you explored the culture, the cuisines yet?
Not so much, just a little bit. Our host, Elizabeth, has been showing us around and explaining a few things to us. So,
You are also, the Native Americans, and just like one of our U.S. consulate officials said that we have so much similarities also. So what are some of the similarities you saw when you reached Nagaland, the culture, especially here at Kisama, and the similarities between the Native Americans and the Nagas?
I think just all of the bright colors. Both people groups are very big, bright color people, and I think we take a lot of pride in that.
I think I would agree with you on this, because the headgear you are using and this color, it actually resembles a few tribes of the Nagas here. Yeah. So I think I'll agree with that. And how about you? Something new?
I would say the feathers. I've noticed the feathers, and so there's just the different the beads that are used. I noticed those in some of the work in the necklaces. So I think a lot of the artwork is very similar.
Is this your first time attending the Hornbill Festival?
Yes.
Have you heard of it before?
I have not. No.
How about you? Have you heard of the Hornbill Festival before?
I have not, but once I found out about it, I was very intrigued right off the bat. So.
All right. So right after this, what's happening? Are you staying for some more days and exploring the culture, or what's happening?
Yes, I believe we will be here tomorrow. We'll be here today, and then we're going to be performing at a school.
Speaking about bringing the Native American dances to the Hornbill Festival, Melinda Pavik, Consul General at the US Consulate in Kolkata, spoke about how there were similarities between the traditions of Nagas and the Native Americans, and that was the reason she wanted people to witness the Native American culture and traditional dances.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for sparing your time for Hornbill TV, and we warmly welcome you to Nagaland. And yeah, so we have two officials from the US Consulate who is here for, I think one of you, it might be your first, and for you second or third time. But before we get into that, ma'am, could you kindly introduce yourself?
Of course. My name is Melinda Pavik. I'm the U.S. Consul General. I'm based in Kolkata, but I'm responsible for 11 states in East and Northeast India, including Nagaland. It's so nice to be here.
All right. What about you, ma'am?
I'm Elizabeth Lee. I'm the director of the American Center in Kolkata, and I also help support all the operations in all 11 states here in the Northeast, in our area.
So, ma'am, is this your first time here in Nagaland?
So this is the second time at my first Hornbill Festival. We came earlier in the week with the ambassador, and then we've come back again, bring our Native Pride dancers, and we're so excited to have them here.
How about you, ma'am?
So this is my second time to the Hornbill Festival. I was here in December of 2021, and then, of course, back now. And then I was also here in October for the Golden Jubilee for the Diocese of Kohima. So this is my third time to Nagaland, and it's been wonderful.
So let me ask you the obvious question. How are you finding the Naga culture in general?
Well, I think the Naga culture is incredibly beautiful. It's very talented and it's very unique. And so I think those are the main things I find. Is when I was here in December of 2021, I recognized the similarities between the tribal dances, the wardrobe, the talent. Here with the Native American tribes that live near me in Minnesota. And so therefore I knew that I had to introduce these two because, of course, I love the Naga culture. I think it's wonderful. The people are proud, they're strong, they're good-humored, they're kind. I think it's really a wonderful place to visit.
In fact, thank you so much, ma'am, for bringing them here and introducing us to something that's very new to us, but also we've also seen similarities, and we also learned a lot just by their few minutes performance as well. And thank you so much for bringing them to the Hornbill Music Festival. And how about you, ma'am? How did you find the Naga culture?
This is wonderful. It's one of the most exciting, fun, interesting places I've been in all of India. I think the Naga culture is beautiful. The people are so warm and so kind. I I drive down the street, I walk down the street, and people smile and they wave, and I feel like you can say hello to anyone, and they're just happy to meet you. And I love an open and welcoming culture like that, and it makes me excited to share some of my culture with you.
All right, ma'am. Actually, yeah, I would also agree that people who comes from outside, usually Nagas, are all warm greetings, and we're so glad you have seen that. And we, like, while we're talking about the culture and the traditions, ma'am, you have visited, I believe, the morungs and explored the cuisines, everything else. So what was something that intrigued you the most?
I really liked the pork with the bamboo shoots. I think maybe Nagaland does the best pork I've ever had. It's so good. Like, I need you all to send some of your chefs to the United States because I need some more of this pork. It's really delicious. But the food is fantastic. The drinks are good. The rice beer is quite tasty. And I'll drink more of that. Thank you. But it's really good. So I'll take more.
How about you, ma'am? Something that intrigued you the most?
Well, I will say, before I came, people said that the Nagas will eat bugs and hornets and bees and other things. And so I wasn't sure what to expect, but I always go into things, especially food, with an open mind. And I will say that they were much more delicious than I expected. And some of them I really enjoyed. So I look forward to having a chance to try more. And of course, the rice beer was amazing. So...
You just said they were amazing. So by they, what kind of cuisines are you talking about? The delicacies.
The delicacies?
Yeah.
Oh, well, so I had some of the, like the grub worm, and I had some of the hornet that was... but it's been since 2021. I just got here today, so I haven't had a chance to try any more yet. So I'm going to look forward to. But I would agree with Elizabeth that the pork is delicious as well. I had some of the pork with Naga spices today when I first got here for lunch, and it was delightful.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And lastly, a message to all the Nagas.
I just want to say that Nagaland is an amazing place with amazing people and wonderful natural resources. As you drive along and you see the beautiful flowers and the beautiful smiles of people and all of the work that is being done to develop the state in a way that is both sustainable and respects the traditional culture and heritage of the state, I think that's very, very meaningful. And I want to applaud all of the people of Nagaland for their great work in that.
Thank you so much for that. How about you, ma'am?
She said it all, but come to Nagaland, come to Hornbill. You won't regret it. One of the best experiences of my life. So, thank you.
Thank you.
And I just want to echo what our ambassador said. The Hornbill Festival is mesmerizing.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for joining Hornbill TV despite your busy schedule. Yeah, thank you. So this was Hornbill TV speaking to two of the officials from the US Consulate, and we will be bringing to you more updates on this. I'm reporter Kia Cristina Kioho with camera person Joy Watch for Hornbill TV. Kisama.